Welcome back to the Camilla Tominey Show. Grant Shapps, the Defence Secretary, joins me now. He's also the Tory MP for Welwyn-Hatfield. Mr Shapps, lovely to see you this morning. Thank you for sparing the time. The chair of NATO's military committee, Dutch Admiral Rob Bauer, has given a strong indication that NATO could be at war with Russia within 20 years. Do you agree with that assessment?
I mean, the truth of the matter is, as I said in my speech on Monday at Lancaster House here in London, and the comments from NATO are really reflecting or echoing that, is no one really knows, which is why we need to be prepared for whatever comes. I don't think it's inevitable. I think it depends, in no small part, on what happens with Putin in Ukraine, where he simply cannot be allowed to win that war, where he walked in on a democratic neighbour and invaded, and our response is part of making sure that he doesn't feel that he's emboldened enough to go to war.
Are we well prepared enough, though? I note General Lord Dannatt, who of course was the former Chief of the General Staff, he said, quote, "The woeful state of our armed forces in the mid-1930s failed to deter Hitler or prevent the Second World War and the Holocaust. There is a serious danger of history repeating itself. The government or the next one should commit now to spending 3% of GDP on defence." He's not wrong, is he? At the moment, I believe you're at 2.1%. You need to get to 2.5. But surely, in light of the threat not just from Russia, but also China and what's going on in the Red Sea right now, defence spending should be at 3%, shouldn't it, Minister?
Well, our defence spending is the largest it's ever been at over £50 billion, and it's about 2.25 probably right now. We agree it needs to go higher. In fact, the government's committed, as conditions allow, to go to 2.5%, and we think that is absolutely right to go in that. In fact, my entire speech on Monday was about this subject, about how we prepare for what is undoubtedly a more dangerous world. So you're seeing everybody commenting in different ways about the state of the world, NATO, Richard Dannatt there, as you just mentioned, and myself on Monday. We're all concerned that we need to have that plan in place, and we have a plan, and we're investing £288 billion over the next decade to make sure that we do pump more money into our military, into our equipment, and that we can safely defend ourselves. And Britain's leading the way, as I said, in Ukraine, but actually also this week I announced an operation in Europe called Steadfast Defender, which is a NATO operation, which the United Kingdom's providing 40% of the ground troops and 50% of the overall personnel.